Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Flosstube. Welcome to a brand new segment that we are calling Stitching with the Sarahs. You're not seeing double. There really are two Sarahs here. And we have a brand new segment that we're so excited to bring to you on Flosstube. We're going to show this video on both of our channels. We each have a separate channel, and you can watch this video on either one of our channels. So my name is Sarah, and I have a floss tube called Handmade by Sarah W. I live in Alabama, which is why we are in two separate places, because we don't live in the same state or city. So we thought we would record with both of us here and just share kind of some of the things that we love stitching on together. And Sarah, I'll let you go ahead and introduce yourself.
Thank you. My name is Sarah, too, and I live in Ohio. And my channel is called Sarah's Stitchery. So I would love for you to join me over there. And you can find me on Instagram at Stitchy Sarah Reads. I always like to say that because my Instagram is a different name than my channel, so I like to point that out. But I'm so glad you guys could join us today. We have a lot of exciting things to share with you today.
Yes, we do. So we actually have some very big news, huge. We are so excited to share it with you. But before we do that, maybe let's talk about some of the stitch alongs. So we have some information to share with you about. And Sarah, do you want to go ahead and go first?
Yes, I will. Thank you. So I am hosting a stitch along for the new hands-on design Spring Folk. This came out at Market. It is this beautiful band sampler, and it is finished on this lovely paddle, wooden paddle created by Chantel's 141. In fact, I already have the paddle because I attended the Chantel's 141 design pep rally back in September. And so we stitched the autumn folk art sampler already. And so you actually have the paddle too. You bought it.
Yes.
Yeah, so it does come unfinished like Sarah's, and you can stain it or paint it however you prefer for the stitch along. I know that Chantel used Minwax and the color Jacobian for this. So if you would like to make yours look the same, you can do so. And you can use this for all 4 seasons. I just have this on here using magnets. So I'll be thrilled when I get the spring one finished and I can display it on this board. But going back to Spring Folk, I just think this is adorable. I have started it. I've been stitching on it. I'll show you what I've got so far. So here is my start. I did a center start, and that's what I've got. So I'm stitching mine on the called for 32 count driftwood by Fabrics by Stephanie, using the called for DMC colors. And the DMC colors are just so pretty, and they pop so nicely on this fabric. I know you're stitching it with me too, Sarah, correct?
Yes, I am. And I did get a small start.
Yes.
And normally
what
I'm a
fabric are you
center
using?
starter. Yeah, so I did start on the top, and I'm using a 16 count Picture This Plus in the color Earthen.
Yes, looks beautiful. That's another fun thing about the Sarahs, because I stitch on linen and Sarah stitches on Aida. So, I mean, between the two of us, there's something to like, right?
We've got it all covered. We cover all the bases.
Yes, we do. So I started this stitch along this month, but it's not a scheduled stitch along where you have to like join in at a certain time or be finished at a certain time. It's literally like whenever you get your pattern and your floss and your fabric, just join in. And make sure if you do post any progress pictures on Instagram, make sure you tag me, Stitchy Sarah Reads, and also tag Kathy from Hands On Design. And if you're showing your board, make sure that you tag Chantel's 141. And the hashtag for my stitch along is hashtag Spring Folk SAL. And if you're new to the Stitchy community and you're like, what does SAL stand for? SAL is an acronym. It stands for Stitch Along. So I would love for you to join me. tag me, use the hashtag, all of the things. Thank you.
Yes, it's so cute. And I really, once I looked at the actual chart and I noticed that Kathy had separated all the bands and she has like cute little names for them, I thought, you know what, that's going to be my approach. I'm going to do each band at a time. And I even, so I finished that whole top band. So I'm ready to move to the next. And something I did want to mention about that stitch, me being an Ada stitcher, there are some really fun specialty stitches in here that you might not usually get to stitch, in a lot of patterns. It's Ada friendly. She gives a really good outline of what to do. And so any stitching ability level, I think, can work with that one.
And she has a tutorial. So if you're a little worried, you're like, I don't know about those specialty stitches, she's got a tutorial video up and ready for you. You can go check that out. And they are nothing to be scared of.
No,
Kathy
she's
so
is
a great teacher. Yes.
She is. Love her and all her designs.
So tell us about your stitch along.
Okay, so I actually have a local yarn shop in my city, and we both are brand new knitters, dipping our toes into the knitting world. And so I went and bought my very first skein of yarn from Ashley, the owner of Paper Crane Yarns, and it's a local shop in my town, and it's precious. Well, just as I was starting to knit, she was starting to cross stitch. And so she actually went to market, brought home some charts, and I went to see her when she got everything back from market. And this chart stood out to me so much. Of everything I looked at, I had not seen this before. For, how they'll do like sneak peeks of market releases. I hadn't seen it. I saw it in her shop. I fell in love with it. She was in love with it too. And we decided to host a stitch along for it. So the details on this, you can actually still get this chart through Paper Crane Yarns. We'll put a link down below where you can purchase your chart. She did kind of a pre-order to get your chart from her, and she'll ship it out to you. All the details are on the listing. You can just click it in the link below. But so what we've done so far is gather our supplies, and like Sarah said, she stitches mostly on linen and I'm mostly on Ada. And so do you want to show what colors we picked?
Yes.
Okay. So this one, the one that I picked is a 16 count dusk by Picture This Plus. What did you pick?
Well, I don't know what fabric this is because it was
that's right.
Yeah, it was in my scrap. I know it's most likely a 40 count. I don't know who the fabric dyer is or the color, but I think it's perfect because I do already have the floss too. Oh, and I just dropped it. Sorry.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
But I think this is going to look
beautiful.
Perfect.
It will. The designer, it's Pedal Pusher. She actually charted this 2 ways. She showed it with a light fabric and a dark. I picked the dark.
Yes.
Both Sarah's picked the dark. So we're both really excited to get this started. There is a Weeks Dye Works color palette for this, but also a DMC conversion. So you can pick either one. If you're interested and you want to get your supplies together, there are the flosses. The call for on this for the dark one is called a shadow by Picture This Plus. And the light is done on Ren by Picture This Plus. So if you're interested in buying the chart, she's going to keep that pre-order open just until the end of this month. So you still have just a couple more days to get in. We're going to start it April 13th. And the hashtag we're using over on Instagram is Botanical Study SAL.
I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun.
I know. It's so pretty.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Should we?
Yes. So as Sarah mentioned earlier, we have a big reveal. Both of us have been stitching on some quite large projects, and we're finished. We're finished. So we're gonna do a quick like show it to you together, and then we'll talk a little more in depth about each of our pieces. So,
Yes.
okay, we're going to show it on 3. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm
1,
so ready. 1,
2,
2, 3.
3.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, they're so good.
They're so big, they barely fit.
I know.
Oh, just take in the beauty.
Yes. Oh, beautiful.
Yes.
Yes. So why don't you talk about yours first? Tell us
Okay,
about
I sure
your
will.
big finish.
Yes, and so I really kind of think that these projects are really kind of what led us to making this video together, because we both kind of had this goal of getting them done by the end of March. We had started them I started mine last year. Was yours in
2022, April of 2022. Okay. I've had this one. I'm not a monogamous stitcher, so it's not like I've been working on it straight for 2 years, but yeah, that's when I started.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I started mine on July 1st of 23. That's my birthday. This was my birthday start. My sister had gifted me the chart, the birthday in 22. So I had saved it for a whole year, finally started it. This was one of the most fun stitches I've ever done. And we both were so close to a finish that we really just cheered each other on and just really made this goal at the end of March. And we just got them done. We just put in the work and the time. And I just love it. So mine is by Hands Across the Sea, and it is Jane Hopkins. I did mine on a piece of 18 count Ada from Forbidden Fiber Company, and the color is called Parliament. It is a pink, a very light pink, very mottled, almost like a neutral that's a pink. Beautiful, fell in love with it and had to have it. And I used all of the flosses are DMC. So Hands Across the Sea does a good job of giving you a couple different thread options, and DMC is one of them, and it's so many colors. I want to say it was like more than 30. And so I chose DMC, and I think it was a great choice, and I'm so happy.
Stunning. Yes, I love it. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's hear all about yours.
Okay, so I'll hold it up again. So this is Let Love Rain by Teresa Kogut. As I said before, I started this 2 years ago, April 2022. I cannot believe it. I had like a really good start on it, and then I kind of lost momentum. So I decided to pull this back out for my New Year's Eve 12 by 12. I know a lot of people like start 12 new things. And I was like, no, I need to pull this out and devote 12 hours to it. So I did. And that's kind of like what got me started again on this, because I pulled it out and I made so much progress in 12 hours. I was like, wow, like that was a lot of progress. Like I just need to keep going. And I did. And I was like, I'm going to finish this. Like, I'm tired of this. And it's a shame for something this gorgeous to be sitting in a project bag and not on my wall. So yeah, I went ahead and finished it. So I stitched mine on a 46 count Fox and Rabbit fabric in the color Prehistoric. So it's like a really pale bluish grayish type of fabric. And I used all DMC for this, just like you did for Jane. And I couldn't be more thrilled with this. So I'm so proud of us. Thank you.
I am too. It was a lot of work, a lot of hours.
But, having a friend who was stitching on something so huge with me just kept me going. I was like, man, she is like going to town on Jane. Like, I can do this. I can get Let Love Rain done. And we did it.
Yeah, it really does help to have a friend to talk about what you're passionate about. And, we weren't even stitching on the same thing. It's not like the same project, but we still could be there for each other and support each other. And all of this kind of just led to us making this video. And we also were thinking, shouldn't we have a prize for this huge accomplishment?
Of course.
Of course we should. Of course we need a prize. So that leads us to the next thing that we're going to talk about here. And we have decided that if we could get these huge projects done before April 1st, then we probably should have an April 1st start, right?
Right.
April 1st, April Fool's Day. What better chart to start than Tom's Foolery by Hands Across the Sea for April Fool's Day? How fun is that?
I know. Look at us.
I'm
It's
so
funny
excited.
because you had said like, oh, I think you had mentioned it like, oh my gosh, have you seen that Tom's Foolery? I'm like, yes, I've had it kitted up for forever. Let's do it.
And what better day to start it than April Fool's?
Mm-hmm.
So if you would like to join us, we are going to be stitching it. We're starting April 1st. And you want to talk about the details, like what we're using?
Sure. So you can get the chart from, I got mine directly from Hands Across the Sea. That's where you got yours, right?
Me too. Yeah,
As
we
a
got a
PDF
download.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
yes,
it's very easy to get a hold of.
Yes, and I was so impressed because she gives you 4 options. 2 of them are black and white and 2 of them are color. Other than that, they're the exact same. So one of them is a multi-page pattern. So if you are somebody who stitches off of a paper pattern, you would want to print that one out because it's, bigger and it's on multiple pages. But if you're somebody that stitches on an iPad, she gives you a 1-page chart. How amazing is that? And it's beautiful on the iPad. You can zoom right in. It's not blurry or anything because it's shrunk down. It's beautiful. So I was super impressed with that PDF download. She does give you several, I don't know, maybe like 3 different types of thread options, but we both are going with DMC. All the called for.
Yes. So I'm using my fabric choice. I'm using a 40 count fabric from Needle Bling in the color Lightning. It's just a very pale, like purpley violet type of color. And I think my colors are just going to pop.
Yes.
On that. I think it's just like it's got just a little bit of color to it, but it's not going to be too busy with all the colors on it. So that's what I'm using.
Totally agree. I'm going with Cream and Sugar from Fiber on a Whim. And the colors on it, I think, are going to pop too.
Yes.
So there's, I'm mostly excited to stitch with the purples. What about you?
Yes, I love the purples. That's why I chose this fabric, because the purples on this purpley fabric, love it. Love it.
Yes.
And on my
there's a better look.
On my floss ring, I've got this little guy.
Yeah.
Sarah made these for us.
Cute.
The little guy in his striped pajamas. I love it.
Yeah, he's. See, can you see it? There he is.
He's my favorite part in the whole chart.
Yeah, I know. Me too. That's what drew me to this, like a couple years ago or whenever I first saw it, and it's just been on my mind ever since I had to stitch it. I'm excited that there's so much dense stitching on it. Like it so covers the whole thing, really. It's so pretty.
I love it.
I'm really excited. So we're going to start that on April 1st, and we thought of a hashtag. Foolery on Fools.
I love it.
Cute. I do too.
Yes.
Okay. Oh.
Yes.
You want to talk about our next?
Yes. So, Tom's Foolery is kind of like our little treat. It's like getting the ice cream after finishing your vegetables for dinner, right? But we're like, man, we need another big project. We just finished our big projects. You need another one, right? Right?
You have to.
So this chart came out at market, and we both fell in love with it. I'm sure a lot of people have, because it is gorgeous. This is Serenity by Teresa Kogut. It is just gorgeous. And it's huge. It is huge. Hold on. I have to tell you the stitch count.
It is.
The stitch count for this is 338 by 340.
But you know what? It's a square, so that will be a really pretty finish, I think.
Yeah.
You know, in a square frame.
Yeah. And go big or go home, right?
Might as well.
We're going big. So,
So
we're going to be starting this on April. No, we're starting it on Easter Sunday, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Yes. So, yeah.
Oh, don't mean to show that. I love this. Serenity, the state of being calm, peaceful, and untroubled.
I could use some serenity in my life. Yes.
This is who I want to be. So I'm going to get there through stitching this.
Yes. And it's going to be so fun, especially we're going to start in the same spot, right? You and I?
We are.
And we're going to, and again, she stitches on Ada, I stitch on linen. It's going to be fun to see how both of those unfold and what they look like. I just can't wait. It's going to be great.
Me too. Yeah, so we're doing everything exactly the same. Okay, same chart, every color the same. We're using all of the called for colors.
Mm-hmm.
Our fabric is the same exact color. The only difference is she's on linen and I'm on Ada. So I think it'll be really interesting to see how it looks, you know, the linen versus the Ada. Let's see your piece of fabric. Do you have it there?
I do. Yes.
So we're both using by Fiber on a Whim. And
it's a beautiful neutral.
It is. I love it. I got 18 count. What did you get?
I got 40 count.
Okay. So yours is going to be a little smaller than mine, just a smidge.
Well, either way, it's going to be huge.
It is. And there are a lot of colors. And when I was looking at the colors and she, you know, it's like you need 3 skeins of this and 2 of this. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh. Yeah. This is going to be huge.
I got to show the colors.
Yes. Oh, you got them all on your thing.
Yeah, I bought
beautiful.
Yes. I forget the shop that I bought this from. I will look it up and put it in the description, but I got this off of Etsy from a seller, and I love that it has like it's all numbered. So like when I go to my chart, I number the colors, and so then that's how I look for my colors. And it's even got a little magnet there that you can stick your needle on. So
yeah, that is nice.
Yes, I thought this was going to be a perfect floss dial for this project. But look at those colors.
I know. So I have all of we've got Weeks Dye Works, we have Classic Color Works, and we have DMC.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, I was looking at that barn. Let's see. The Classic Color Works barn door is so pretty.
I love the variegation in that.
I know. Yep, that one. And also the Tarragon.
Yes, I love that the colors she chose, that the Weeks Dye Works and the Classic Color Works had some really great variegation, because sometimes, you know, designers call for flosses, like fancy flosses, and then you get it, you're like, I could have used DMC and it would have been the same color. Like, exactly. If I'm going to use a fancy floss, I want it to be variegated. Like, I want it to look different than the DMC. So I think she did an excellent job choosing colors for this.
Yeah, and I like that. She does that a lot. She'll pick where it counts. She'll pick the fancy floss, and then she'll do DMC. And I think that that's really generous as a designer to think about that, because if you had charted this all in fancy floss, it would have been way more expensive, you know. Right.
Yeah, there's 22 colors in this. Yeah.
Yep. I'm so excited.
It is still.
It's going to be an adventure, because it's going to last for a really long time. But I'm ready.
The stitching or the finished piece?
Well, I I hope the finished piece lasts me for a long time, but no, we're going to be stitching on this for a long time.
And it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it is. I'm excited. Yep.
Yes.
So I think that's really kind of all we had to share with you today. We really enjoy each other's friendship, and we really enjoy talking about cross stitch. A lot of my new viewers have come off of Sarah's recommendation, and same for her. Like, some of my viewers have gone to see her, and I don't know, we just kind of thought, what if we got together and chatted a little bit about some things we have going on. If you like this segment, let us know in the comments below. Like I said, we're going to put it on both of our channels. So it's going to be the same exact video wherever you watch it. It doesn't matter. But we just hope that you enjoyed it, and let us know what you think. And this is not the only projects that we have in common. We actually have a lot of things that we both are stitching on, the same thing. So if you see something that you like in either one of our videos that we're both stitching on, and you would like to join us and stitch with us, we've started using a hashtag stitching with the Sarahs. And so it's so fun. And it's, we had kind of started talking about that and using it. And I've even seen it being used, people that were enabled by watching us and seeing what we were stitching on actually use that hashtag too, without us even really saying it, I think. So I think that's really fun. And please feel free to use it if you want to join along with us in anything that we're stitching. Everybody's always welcome with us. Everybody.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. And so don't forget, make sure you check out both of our channels. If you haven't had a chance to, go check out my lovely friend Sarah at Handmade by Sarah W. Check out my channel, Sarah's Stitchery, and please subscribe. That really helps us get our videos out there. It puts us in front of more people, and we truly appreciate it. We appreciate all the comments and the love we get on Instagram and here on Flosstube from our viewers. And we like sharing that love with each other. Women holding up women, that's what we're all about. So like Sarah said, you're all welcome to join us. You don't have to be a Sarah to stitch with us.
Yes.
We're just here to have fun and share our love of stitching. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for spending time with us today. We really hope that you enjoyed this. If you'd like to see more of this type of thing, we'd like to bring it to you. So let us know what you think, and have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye.